Hey everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin Dorks. We've got something pretty interesting to talk about today. Vietnam is seeing a surge in cryptocurrency adoption, particularly among its young investors. Before we dive into it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date with all our daily crypto updates. Let's get into it. So, Vietnam has been making headlines recently, not just for its rapidly growing economy but also for the way its young people are diving headfirst into the world of cryptocurrency. This is a fascinating trend, especially when you consider that Vietnam isn't necessarily one of the first countries you think of when it comes to crypto adoption. Now, let's dive deeper into the why Vietnam aspect. This is crucial to understanding not just the what, but the why behind this growing trend of crypto adoption in the country. First and foremost, it's essential to look at the demographics. Vietnam has a median age of about 30, which is significantly younger compared to many Western countries. The second point is the level of technological penetration in the country. Vietnam is becoming increasingly digitized. We're talking about a country where mobile phone use is widespread and internet connectivity is becoming the norm rather than the exception. Young people are growing up in an environment where digital transactions are everyday activities. Next, let's talk about the entrepreneurial spirit in Vietnam. This is a nation filled with go-getters, hustlers, and people who are eager to improve their financial situations. The allure of crypto, with its decentralization and potential for significant returns, is a natural fit for this mindset. Traditional forms of investment like real estate or the stock market are becoming increasingly out of reach for average individuals due to rising costs. Another aspect to consider is the country's history with financial systems. Vietnam has had its share of economic hardships, from hyperinflation to banking crises. These challenges have resulted in a general skepticism toward traditional financial institutions. Cryptocurrencies, being decentralized and not tied to any government, offer a fresh approach to finance that resonates with many Vietnamese, especially the younger crowd who are less inclined to place their trust in conventional systems. Lastly, there's also a FOMO factor, fear of missing out. As cryptocurrencies gain traction globally, no one wants to be left behind. Young people see their peers making profits, hear success stories, and read about crypto millionaires. The excitement is palpable, and the desire to be part of this global financial movement is compelling. Now, let's zoom out a bit and discuss Vietnam's economic background because it's really a key piece of the puzzle here. First, let's consider the incredible pace of growth Vietnam has experienced in the past couple of decades. We're talking about a nation that has transitioned from being one of the poorest in the world to becoming a lower middle-income country, all in a relatively short period. The economy is booming, and the GDP has been rising steadily year over year. A big driver behind this is the robust manufacturing and export sectors. These include textiles, electronics, and even high-tech machinery. Vietnam has successfully positioned itself as a key player in the global supply chain, partly due to its strategic geographic location and affordable labor costs. And what's really intriguing is the country's burgeoning technology scene. Vietnam has emerged as a tech hub in Southeast Asia, with a growing number of software companies, IT specialists, and even tech startups gaining international recognition. These advancements are not just creating jobs but also fueling a culture of innovation and tech savviness that feeds directly into the receptiveness towards new technologies like blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Another point to touch upon is the diaspora. Millions of Vietnamese people live overseas, and remittances back to Vietnam form a substantial part of the economy. Traditional methods of sending money across borders are expensive and time-consuming. Cryptocurrencies, with their low transaction fees and quick transfer times, are an ideal solution for this, and young people in Vietnam are catching on to this fact. Vietnam is one of those countries where the government is not exactly anti-crypto but hasn't fully embraced it either. However, seeing the increasing role that digital currencies are playing in the economy, there are signs that authorities are starting to pay attention. As of now, cryptocurrencies are not recognized as a legitimate form of payment or investment by the Vietnamese government. But this hasn't deterred the younger generation. The trading volumes in the country are staggering, and regulatory authorities are starting to notice. So we may see some shifts in the legal landscape soon, but for now, the young investors are navigating the gray areas with great enthusiasm. Now, why is cryptocurrency such a good fit for Vietnam? First, the transparency and low transaction fees of blockchain technology make it appealing for remittances and international transactions. Second, it offers a level of financial inclusion for those who might not have access to traditional banking systems. And third, the young population sees it as a modern, innovative way to invest and diversify their portfolios. In conclusion, Vietnam is shaping up to be one of the most exciting places for cryptocurrency adoption, primarily driven by its younger, tech-savvy population. Despite the regulatory gray areas and inherent risks, the country's young investors are enthusiastic about the potential that cryptocurrencies hold for their financial future. This is a space to watch closely, folks. Who knows, Vietnam might just become the next big thing in the crypto world. Alright, that wraps up today's video. If you found this information interesting, be sure to give us a thumbs up and share it with anyone you think should know about this rising trend in Vietnam. And don't forget to subscribe for daily updates on everything cryptocurrency. This is Bitcoin Dorks signing off. See you in the next video.